Hey traders, this is Marco. We have Friday, 11th of November, and we have another bar by bar today. This is what I saw today when I came to the PC, and what I'm always doing for the first is I'm drawing the overnight level. You can see the overnight lows and the overnight highs here. And right now it very much looks like a range. And also I'm seeing like some little downtrend going lower here. You can see the shorter term channel working lower, first break, couple legs to a new low, and then we're finding some little support here. So this is what I see when I came today, and yeah, we can just take it from here. You can see prices are stacked up here. There's no setup or something, because I like to see more clear price action. If you want, you can draw like some range, maybe like this. And whenever prices are in such ranges, then I skip trades and I at least try to find like some good entries from range highs or range lows with tiny bars. But this range is pretty tight here, so and it's very congestive. So right now I'm just skipping everything and wait for better or clearer price action. And you can see prices really stay in this range. Now we're breaking out of this range a bit, so maybe it's worth to draw a shorter term channel here, increasing the range a bit. And you can see there's some strong bullish, bearish momentum coming in here. You can see this like order of red bars working lower, and yeah, maybe this is even a bigger structure. So I'm drawing my channel from here, maybe like this. And right now I'm looking for shorts right of the key entry points. Key entry points are channel support and resistance lines, or the EMA. And we have the opening here. You can see the change of color. It's 8:30. This is when markets are opening for me. And yeah, prices go lower here. This is the first break of this trend channel. So I'm expecting a retest of the lows. You can see the lows are here, so I'm expecting a retest of these levels. We have a shorter term channel working high here, first break, but no retest of this. So right now I'm just waiting. There was no potential short setup here, and we have a retest of the lows. So this shorter term channel here played out for me right now, and I'm now waiting for more price action. We have another little trend working lower here. You can see this working lower here, first break, another new low. So this is like two legs to a new low, this from this channel here. Or maybe we even have a bigger structure, but maybe I can try a bit around here. That doesn't look too good, so we have to wait a bit more. So we have the new low here in place, and this is a potential setup here, because you can see this price is pushing lower here below the EMA. There's a pullback, push lower, another pullback, and this is also a second entry short right of the key entry point. The key entry point here is the EMA, and maybe if we see it like this, there could be a channel here. So I really like this trade as a second entry short. We can see prices are moving below the EMA here, and every bounce back to EMA we can see a rejection of the EMA. So we have enough space to the range lows, which are here. So I really like this setup as a second entry short and lower high right of the EMA. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, we would be out here already and we're going lower. Perfect. And I like this channel because we have now 3 touches here. Prices made a new high, first touch, second touch, third touch even. And yeah, I like to play this channel now. And also I'm seeing the range lows here and I'm checking what prices are doing. We're breaking this channel here for the first time. Whenever prices break a channel, we wait or see if there's a retest of the lows, and the lows are retested and we are at the range lows right now. I would not take a short now here, because whenever we have a range mode, we fade the breakout. That means whenever prices break out of the range, we try and take trades back inside the range. Of course, when they form and set up correctly. But right now here, I cannot see anything. This is congestion, so nothing to take. Still congestion here. You can see this channel here that I had before had the first break, couple legs to a new low. So this channel here played out for me now. And now this is interesting because we have a breakout of this range here, and this shorter term channel played out with the break and new low. And also we have this mini congestion or this mini range here. And look at this, prices drop lower and form this bar. So this structure here, the downtrend played out. We broke out of the range, and I just said before, most breakouts fail. So if you are aggressive, you can take this long here. This is a failed breakout lower out of the range after this shorter term channel played out. So the context here is fitting in my opinion, and this bar is very strong bullish, and you can take a trade back to the EMA, and that's maximum what we can get or expect here. And prices bounce back, and you can see this breakout out of the range failed, and prices come back inside the range. Now we have some congestion here, but see the strong bullish momentum. We're above the EMA, we're not bouncing back. This is a very strong sign, bullish sign, and we are back inside the range. So never trade breakouts, like first breakouts out of the range, because you can see, or you will see many times they will fail. So we're going higher here. Maybe there is even, I just see it like this. Maybe some bigger channel here. You can see the touches here and also the touches to the low side, and the midline of the channel is fitting very well. So maybe there's some structure in play here. You can check what prices will do. Drawing another shorter term channel. We have a break of this, test of the highs, and we're bouncing out of the range midline here. You can see prices come to the midline and bounce off here. So at this point, I know that my range is intact, that you can play the range. And we have some strong rejection of the midline here. Prices bounce lower now. We have the first break of this bigger downtrend. If you like this channel and want to play it, you can see the first break here. So we expect a retest of the lows, which are here. And we will see how this will play out. Also, I want to inform you, at 9 o'clock, there is a high impact news. We have now 8:56. So whenever you approach a news event, stay out of the trades. Just clear your positions and wait until the news is done. We have some shorter term channel working higher here, and the first break of the shorter term downtrend. But no setup that I can see here. And this is the news event, 9 o'clock. Wow, you can see this strong bearish candle. And this is funny. We break this channel here for the first time, this bigger, and we're retesting the lows. This is a retest of the lows. You can see this like wick here. So technically, This channel here, what you can see, is played out by now. Also, we have the shorter term channel working lower, break, and new low. So this shorter term channel also played out in my opinion. So right now, we're just waiting. Wow, look at this bullish bar, this is crazy. You don't want to trade this. This bar has like 86 ticks. This is crazy. Just stay out of these trades. And I see some potential range maybe, like this. You can see prices bouncing off these highs here and off these lows. So maybe this is intact. There's no trade I can see here. This is so congested. So much congestion here. There's a higher low here, but it's right in the middle of the range. And yeah, with this congestion here, it's like another mini range inside the range. It's not worth taking. We would like to see like such a bar at the lows or highs of the range, but not here. So prices go higher here. They push above the range and come back inside. So another breakout out of this range here failed. And we have maybe some shorter term channel working lower here. Or this is a strong push lower. So maybe it's a bigger structure drawing this channel here. And we're breaking to the low side. Or if you want to increase the range like this, then this is also fine. Bounce out of this level, come back inside the range. No trade that I can see here. And we're pushing strongly above the EMA in direction to the top side, and we're breaking again. So if you consider this short here, right now we had a failed breakout to the top side already, and we had a failed breakout to the lower side. If you take it like this, or if the range is like smaller, how I had it before, then we have another failed breakout lower here. At this point, I don't take any more failed breakouts, because at this point we could break the range for good. So if this was the first breakout, then I was more tempted to take this short back inside the range. But with this structure here, that we had a couple of breakouts out of this range before, I don't like to take a short anymore. And with this strong bullish momentum here, I must be very careful taking any more shorts, because this shows me something that momentum has changed. And yeah, I'm not interested in any trades at this point. And maybe we have some channel working higher here. You can see this first break of this channel and retest of the highs, going even higher than this. Maybe the channel is more like so, but still, then we have a break here, retest of the highs, and there's no pullback to the EMA. You can see the EMA here. There's no pullback, and we would like to see prices pulling back to the EMA at the first break of this channel, and looking for, let's say, a second entry long or some failure here to retest the highs of the shorter term uptrend channel here. But this didn't happen, so we're just waiting. We're waiting. We have a pullback now, but we had a break and retest of the highs at this point already. So we must be very careful now taking any more longs, because this channel here technically played out already with this break new high. Pulling back, there's no setup anyway here. It's just the first entry, but the bar is not setting up well. And now we have little congestion here. Maybe it's like some smaller range. Let's see. Pulling back and going lower from here. So maybe there's a bigger structure in play, like this. First break of the shorter term downtrend here. And this is interesting here. You can see this channel working lower here. can see the touches working lower. First break, and we have a lower high here and also a second entry short. You see prices made a new low here. First entry, pull back, second entry. So when prices go lower than the low of this bar here, then the second entry would be triggered, and we have the first break of this downtrend channel. I like to take this short as a second entry short, as a lower high right of the key entry point, and there's enough space to the lows here. The lows are here, and also the old range resistance is at the same levels of this of these lows, so we have enough space for potential scalp here. If this is too far away of the EMA, I can understand skipping this trade. So you could, for example, drop a limit order like few ticks back and see if prices come back. But with this structure here, this channel here played out, we have a shorter term channel working lower, first break, no retest of the highs yet, lows yet. So I like this short. Okay, this is a doji bar, interesting. Okay, and I think by this point we would be out of the trade already. Yeah, we can check this. Where is this measurement tool? So entry would be like here, and this would be 1.5 ticks. Yeah, so if you go for 4, you're like for sure out. 5 would also work out. So yeah, this is the question, depending on how many ticks you go for this scalp, but at least it should be enough to retest the lows here, the last lows. And if it's enough, then you can take the trade. But if you go, for example, for 8 or 10 or 12 ticks, then you must be aware that we have the resistance of the range here, and we have the last lows here, and you can see how prices bounce off these lows perfectly. So this channel here played out by now. So we are also in the middle of this bigger range and taking higher from here a bit. Maybe there's a channel working higher like this. Hard to say. That could be a potential break already. Maybe a retest of the highs. There's some support here. You can see. And we're bouncing off this level here and going lower. Maybe it's another range in the range. Have to see how this plays out here. Another push higher. You can see this like back and forth. We're going lower here, going higher here, going lower again. When this happens, then yeah, I just wait and see what's going on, because I have no idea how to play this. If we increase this channel here a bit, and we have a channel working lower with a first break of this channel, this would be a second entry short, but I don't like that we are finishing above the EMA. I would like to see a clear finish below the EMA for retest of the highs, and with this two strong bullish bars here, I'm very careful taking a short here. And it was good to wait. Now we have like clear 2 legs correction. You can see first leg, pullback, second leg, and yeah, we're retesting the lows of the channel, but no setup here. This is congested, so we skip this. When it's congested like this, we just skip the setup. Prices go lower, much lower. We have some pullback here. Maybe there is some channel in play. Do you like this channel? It's a bit steep, maybe. We can leave it for now. maybe like this more. And we move our range further to the right because we are still trending inside the overnight's high and overnight's low. So this is like a typical range day so far. Breaking this channel, working lower here, drawing our lines. No setup here, congestion. Potential retest of the lows from this channel here, but I don't see any setup here. There's no second entry forming, no failure, no lower high or something. So just waiting. We have a retest of the lows now. And we're bouncing off the overnight's range pretty much to the tick. Let's see. Okay, you can see I didn't draw it like perfect. Maybe it's like this. And we bounce off here. You can see prices go lower and the body is finishing here. So yeah, this range here is in play. And now we have to see what's going on. If prices go lower again, more in like this direction, because we tried the breakout here already. This breakout failed, came back inside the range, but also you can see prices came short here. So that could be an indication that prices go lower and break out of the range to the lower side. But we trade what we see and not what we think. So we wait and see what prices are doing. We bounce off here, but right now prices seem to test it another time. Congestion now set up here. And we're going higher here. Maybe there's some channel in play. Like this. Don't like this channel too much because it's not fitting very well. We have like some break, potential break here. This is not very clear price action, I must say. But we are bouncing lower, so something must be intact here because you can see some support coming up. Whenever prices touch this support, we're taking off and go to the other side of the channel. So maybe it's something like this. Can play this for now. No setup that I can see. We have the shorter term channel working lower here, but really no setup. We have a channel working higher here now. Bouncing off the highs or even overshooting. This is really hard to say because if I extend the channel, you can see it's not fitting very well. So maybe I must change it a bit from the low side, but then we're not having touches here. So yeah, I must simply test it out a bit and experiment how this structure could be with this potential first break. We have another break, so there must be something bigger in play maybe. Prices work lower. No setup here. Like this could be a second entry long, but look at the signal bar. It's very bad. We cannot take this trade. Breaking this channel here. If we play it like this. You see, I'm fighting with this channel. In the end, it's not very important, but I feel much better when I have clear price action. So if I play this channel in this way now here, then we have the first break of this channel and no retest of the highs. We could see this as a potential overshoot, but this is like very tiny. So the question is if it's like really an overshoot or not. So I play it now like with no overshoot and the first break here. So we expect a retest of the highs according to price action rules, and the retest of the highs would be here. And let's see how it plays out. We're going higher. There's no setup here. Retesting the highs and going further. This is live price action already. And this is congestion. You can see how the midline of the range, here this midline, is providing some strong resistance to prices. You can see we are not bouncing above here. And you can see this congestion forming. So this midline has some meaning for prices, because you can see a bounce here, you can see some reaction here, and now you can see some reaction here. So this channel here, this green channel played out in my opinion. We had the break, couple new legs to a new high, and now going lower again. The day is not over yet. I mean, it's still going here. But if you consider what I said before, that prices were not able to reach the range highs here, it could be an indication that we will go lower later at some point. But yeah, it's the question what prices will do. Maybe we change the channel a bit. Yeah, not many entries as you can see. This is the whole day. We had the overnight levels, downtrend here. We had the setup here, as I said. Then the failed breakout here. If you take these trades, they can give you such nice profits. Because look at this. You go long on the low of the day pretty much, and you can just ride it out. You just need one trade. But these trades are very aggressive. I told you. They can go wrong many times, but I explained the context of the range and the channel played out. So I really like this long here. Then we went into this bigger range with the news event, breaking out of the range, having more like range style here. Then a shorter term channel working lower here and a lower high here. I told you the cons of this trade, that is like maybe a bit too far away of the EMA. So with like some ticks back, some limit order, this trade would be much better. But yeah, I like this trade. And with I think 4 or 6 ticks, you could have scalped out here. Yeah, and from there trending lower again, break new low. Then we were reversing of the range lows, break new high, and another congestion here. So yeah, this was today's price action. Here's the full day. I hope you liked it. And yeah, I wish you a great weekend. And check out our live trade from today from Taylor. And if you haven't, check out our website. We have an amazing price action lecture course and some funded trading accounts if you want to try it out. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.